remember how long, guess I always been this way, running 90 miles a minute all night and day, doing things that'd kill a lesser man or get him locked up tight. Never meant to hurt nobody, no I ain't like that, just trying to make my way any way I can. There's a lot of folks out there wanna slow me down, make me act right.
I am Dave Padgett. I am from Dayton, Ohio, and I drive a 1986 Monte Carlo we call Killer Monte. It's got a small block Chevy in it, little 305 high output. You know, they came in the Montes back then. Got a little huff of nitrous on it, I think like a 50 shot or so. That's all lies. What was the question?
Tell us about the time your dad traded a three-wheeler for
So I got this three-wheeler once, you know. There he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, we've been waiting forever to do that.
Everyone, he's like, is he in here?
Go ahead, stop that video so we ain't got to edit that back out.
Just start that all over. Just start all over.
I kind of like the beginning though. You did good. All
He
right.
was rocking out so hard. What was the question?
All right.
All right.
So tell us what got you into racing.
Oh, what got me into racing? Dang, that was way back then. I think I was like 7, 8 years old. My dad had a 1980s blue Z28 Camaro that we were building. And we kept doing little upgrades to it and then going out and testing it and then little upgrades. And then I remember when we finally cracked the motor open, we did some actual internal work. Some pistons and rods and crank, and actually got to see what actually felt in the horsepower difference when modifying something. And then we were at a stoplight. I'm trying to remember what the car, there was some car next to us. I was real young. I remember that light, you know, we busted that light loose, and next thing I know, I'm in the seat and I couldn't breathe. Like I was just planted in the seat, like pure horsepower just had me, I couldn't move. And from that point on, it was over with. I had to have that in my life. I had to modify everything I've owned. We had to race everything. I don't give a heck if it's a little car, a little RC car about this big, to a full-size lawnmower, to a real race car dragster. We are racing it. I am modifying it, and I'm going to try to make it as fast as I can on that surface that night. And ever since then, it's been one car after another, over and over and over, modifying it. My mom has hated me. I have tore everything up from the lawnmower. I took the deck off the lawnmower because I had to go out and try to make it do wheelies and see if I can get it to launch better. And at 7, 8 years old, I'm almost 40 now, and we've been beating it up ever since. Don't matter from high school. I had a 1985 Caprice 4-door, long as a boat. I mean, this thing was long as I had to swing it wide when I pulled it into spaces, so I didn't clip the side of it. Put a what was that, 355 I built, that 30 over small block. I thought I was going to take over the world in that car. It was the best thing ever. A little 450 lift cam, a little baby cam in that thing. I thought I was, you know, Hulk Hogan in that thing. Let's see here if I can. After that, I'm trying to think, it was a 79 Ford F-150 I modified. And then I figured out what street racing was, an actual street racing, not like stopping at your little waiting for the green light to go and you rev up to the guy next to you. Not that kind of. That's fun and all. That's what gets you the taste of it. I'm talking actual. You go out, you have a driver's meeting, you talk, you line up money, you figure how much you're going to lay down on the line. You go out and you line up on the road, and you know, hey, cops could come at any time, and we're going to go to jail. You know, that excitement, that race, that was when it was over with. That's when I knew that I was hood rat till the day I die in the dirt. And I've been doing it ever since. 20 years I've been beating it up on it. I'd have to say 20 years I've been beating it up on the street. My first legit street race, money on the line. I was in my Monte Carlo I got today. It was in West Carrollton. We was at the car meet. Just put my first stroker motor. That's right, I had a first stroker motor that I just stuck in it. And I had street tires on it, like little 300 tread count. I mean, just regular old car tires on the back of it, nothing good. And we're pulling out of the car meet, and I got across the way, "Hey, you want to run that thing for some money?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, we'll run it, whatever." It was $20 we put on the line. It was against a Mach 1. I think it was a 2000-ish model Mach 1 turbo on a slick. So by numbers, I was getting gapped. Like, there was no way I was running out this car's life. And we go out to the airport between what is that, Miamisburg and Springboro at the old airport there before Austin Landings. Austin Landings was just starting to like break ground, like they were tearing the ground up. You know, they were just starting to plow it and level it all out. So that's how long ago that was. But we lined it up and he hit the light. I took off in second, so I didn't blow the tires off. He, of course, went on full boost, thought he was going to just lay the law down and make me look stupid as shit. Well, he blew the tires off. And everybody knows the street is the equalizer. When he blew that tires off, my little second gear launch, I took off out on him, got out on him. He couldn't pull it back in. I got the dub. We're heading back into town. I'm stoked. I'm on cloud 9. You know, big race, big win. In my head, it was nothing really back then. First speeding ticket too on the same day in the car. Again, just put the motor in there, so I didn't have insurance on, so that's a different story. Anyways, we get to the light. He goes right. I go straight. Cop decides I'm gonna go straight too. Cop gets up behind me, flips the lights on. I pull over. He walks up to the window. So who won the race? I played dumb immediately. What are you talking about, officer? He goes, you know, you and that blue Mustang, who won the race? Well, we weren't racing. We went back and forth. I'm innocent until proven guilty is in my head. Okay. Long story short, I was guilty. He wrote me a ticket. I paid my fine, did my time, whatever. He didn't take me to jail. That was good old times. But I'd say that would be my first. It was over with around then. I had to get slicks. We had to upgrade. I wasn't gonna get gapped. So, yeah, it was good times. I'd say that was my first race. I'll never forget that. First race, first speeding ticket in the Monte. All in the same bam. Got it over with. And then we've been tearing the streets up ever since. On the street. My best race on the street in the Monte. Man, I got a few of them. How about the biggest upset? I have to do the biggest upset. I think you were doing a live feed that night. We were down on we were having some cash days. I about died a couple times that night. Cars about hit me in the back. Luckily, I 60-footed good. But I'd say against, it was a turbo 68 Camaro Ryan. I think Ryan was driving at the time. Everybody was for sure that I was going to get gapped. Ryan's turbo car was about to run out my life. So we rolled up and that thing's over spitting and sputtering, banging, light turned green. I was gone, son. I 60-footed like the devil. He spun a little bit and I drove out his life, and I think that was like one of the memorable ones because I was supposed to lose that race. No, I was just supposed to lose. I didn't. I won that whole thing. Next one would have to be against Pro Mod. Old Big Rusty out of Columbus and his Pro Mod Big Red. That thing's badass, by the way. He come down, played in Dayton. I heard he was coming down. I had to give him a call and yell stuff. Hey, you coming to my town to play? You know, how you gonna come to my town and not giving me a call? So we ended up getting the cash days going that night. Me and him ended up in the finals. I think I put 2 or 3 cars on him. That was another good memorable ones. Actually, like full pro mod against a street car win. So I still got a full frame under my car. It's a street car, Rusty. Throw that in there for him. He'll be headhunting for me this season for sure now. Upgrades. Well, going through a 10-pound bottle of Pass is getting expensive. I'm not going to lie. So we have still going to be on the bottle, but we are going to calm that down a little bit, and I've actually introduced Boost to the old motor. We're going to put an 88 millimeter on it, and then we're going to leave on a little spray and then take it away and then let the Boost take over. And because I don't want to mess up my 60 foot. Everybody knows the car 60 foot's hard, so I want to level it off and boost it out the back door. So putting a big turbo on it, and then also I'm tired of buying slugs and chasing a tune-up while making a pass is hard on this power level of cars. Back when you were spraying a little 100 shot, you can have your tune-up off. It's okay. It'll survive. On this horsepower level, you have to have your tune-up spot on, and when the weather's changing, 11 o'clock at night, it's at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's a different tune-up. Different area, different water count, stuff like that. So to counteract that, I'm going to get rid of the old carburetor, and we're going to go fuel injection on it this year. So it's going to be a turbo, it's going to be fuel injection, it's still going to be nitrous. And I'm going to be on a small tire, and we're going to see if I can figure that game out and see if I can keep stacking the dubs like I have been. So we're going to see. Oh, and a trans brake. I'm going to put a trans brake in it. I ain't never had one of those in my life. Ever. Never, ever had a trans brake. I've been foot braking it since I was 7 years old. So that's going to be a game changer. Hopefully don't rip the back bumper off the car. But we're going to see. Everyone that's on the street. Everyone. And then every back half. And then I think we're going to dabble in a little No Prep King stuff just to see where our 750 cars end up at there. But mainly everything on the street. If it's street related, Mafia is going to be there. We're going to make sure our name's known about it. Hopefully in the finals, if not, taking the dub home, bring that cash back to the Dayton. Who is the Dayton Small Tire Mafia? We are the Cody, Steve, my crew chief, me, Rob, Keith, Kev. I mean, there's a bunch of us. I think there's 15 of us total. But I think the main 5 would be Peanut, Tattoo, Deadpool, Killer Monty, Ghetto Gapper, The Haunted House, Red Lava, which I think he sold that, so now he's Ron Burgundy. There you go, buddy. That one's for you. I think that's what he's going to be calling the new one. There's so many of us. This little guy, he had a 3-wheeler once. He sold Chevelle. He drives this cool car we call Peanut. It's a bad son of a bitch on the street. You don't want to catch a lane with him. He done fucked me up twice now. I got to watch him. He's got one coming from him called Mike Jones. I don't know if you know who he is. Mike Jones is in the house. He drives Peanut. He's a cool dude though.
So who's helped you get the money to where it is now?
Nobody. They're selfish little bastards. They don't help nothing now. I gotta do it all by myself. No, I'm just playing. Everybody and anybody that can, I open my doors to for all information. But the actual main ones that show up to help would be my buddy Justin, my buddy Keith, Rob, Cody. I don't know if you guys heard Mike Jones. He's a cool guy. Had a 3-wheeler once. He helped out the most, I think. He's always been there. Usually when you've seen Mike Jones, you've seen Damani. If you've seen Damani, you've seen Mike Jones. Usually how it works. Then you got Deadpool back there hiding somewhere, some 4,700 pound pickup truck. He thinks he's fast. He's not though. He does all right. Because he beat some guy named Billy. I don't know. Who else helps with the car? My family. My old lady. She backs me up 110%. Like she lets me do things that most men are like, your wife lets you do what? You're out till when? You ain't been home in 3 days? Like, yeah, I've been out hood ratting it up. She supports it 110%. She takes care of the home front. She knows I have things to do on them streets, and she makes sure I got a home to come home to, basically. So big shout out to you, baby. Who else helps? There's too many. I mean, everybody helps. If you know me, you help me. Same thing. If I know you, I help you. I mean, that's just how it is with the Mafia. Like, we just one big happy family.
Yeah, remember how long? Guess I always been this way, running 90 miles a minute all night and day, doing things that'd kill a lesser man or get him locked up tight. Never meant to hurt nobody, no I ain't like that. Just trying to make my way any way I can. There's a lot of folks out there wanna slow me down, make me act right.